Hello everyone, welcome back to Super Mario Advance / Super Mario 2 / Doki Doki Panic.
The worst one to me was always Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3. It's like,
oh god.
What?
Or Super Mario Advance 3, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2.
World 2.
You know what? You know what? Modding community, guys. Galaxy brain idea here. Mario 2 mod, but with the Dokis as the characters.
16-bit Dokis?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it that? I mean, does anybody really care?
Wait, 16-bit? It was an 8-bit game.
I mean, you can do the Mario...
giving Doki Doki Panic the 16-bit treatment.
Oh,
I don't know how it would work, though, considering the...
we're playing it right now.
I was gonna say we're doing that. Just make new sprites for the characters from Doki Doki Panic.
And keep like the original Doki. Here's the thing, though. We were talking about it last part, but Mario Brothers 2 USA was an enhanced version of Doki Doki Panic. It wasn't just ripped wholesale with different character sprites. They did change things too.
Yeah,
to make it
do not play the original version of Doki Doki Panic. It's not very
okay,
good.
For a second, okay, I was really confused for a minute. I thought we were still talking about Doki Doki Literature Club.
Okay, so
Doki Doki Lost Levels.
So like, I didn't get to touch on this last time because the discussion just kind of moved away from it. But like, I did have some disdain for Mario 2 USA when I first learned that it wasn't like actually a Mario game. I thought it was like, one of those soulless corporate decisions. But eventually, of course, I learned about the video game Crash, which was the environment that the Nintendo Entertainment System sort of had to navigate when they were trying to make it work here in the West.
Yeah, when you think about it that way, them being ultra safe with stuff like this does make a lot more sense, because their business was still very, very fragile at the time.
Yes.
Also, Ted, I am disappointed you're not getting all the advanced coins and getting every Yoshi I can.
Well, this was a new file because I got it on the Wii U Virtual Console, so I couldn't do Yoshi Egg stuff until after.
Out colors.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the advanced coins don't do anything.
Nothing does anything in this game. It's like it's just there to be collectible.
I mean, I appreciate them having something to track at the very least. Like, one thing that annoyed me in Mario World was that like all you got for getting all the Yoshi coins was a 1-up, but like the game didn't keep track of them, so I didn't really care. I mean, I guess you have more incentive to care in the advanced ports because they do keep track of them, but then you also get like double bit by the fact that they don't do anything. So it really does become something of a journey more than the...
I much prefer a world when you don't have to give a shit about the Dragon Coins, sorry.
I mean, honestly, I feel the same way about the new Super Mario Brothers games. Like, I don't really care about going for all the star coins in those games.
At the very least, you get like World 9 and stuff like that if you get them, so you at least get some kind of content.
Yeah, but I don't find finding them all that fun is the thing, versus like... Because I never really find that they're all that cleverly hidden. Like, they're there, but I don't really get a lot out of finding them, except for the ones that I happen to stumble into, versus something like Rayman Origins, where whenever I do find an extra Electoon thing that I don't need...
How did you not die there?
I don't know. Dude, this game's weird. There's some wonky shit that happens.
And you got immediate retribution just a few seconds later. So.
I think there's like a very, very brief invincibility window when you pick up a heart.
Yeah, there's also but there's just also some weird things regarding the collision, when things get stuck on top of you, other things like that. I don't know how much of that's in the original version or only in this version versus the SNES version. I would be really interested to know like how much of the code for this was lifted straight off of the SNES version, because just in case we weren't really clear, this is based on the All-Stars port. They added a couple things. For one thing, like all of the fancy GBA effects and whatnot are in the game. But they also like added a bunch of weird things, like that giant Shy Guy there. Like, he just wasn't there in the original version. Like, they added big enemies, they added random power-ups, they added extra bosses.
There are a lot more hearts in this game than in the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it's easier to stay alive in this version of the game.
Honestly, that's the main reason why I like it a lot more, is because I feel like the original versions are too stingy with hearts.
it's one of those, as someone who never had that much problems with this game, it doesn't matter too much to me. I just don't like being yelled at the entire game.
Yeah, it's just the damn voice clips.
Lucky!
Is what kills the fucking experience for me, man.
Lucky. Well, he is the problem. Too many toasters.
One thing I do appreciate, though, is that the way they changed the bosses, you only have one repeat boss fight in this version of the game, and it's Mouser in, like, World 6.
Of course.
Versus, I think they added Roboberto, and I think they added...
Roberto.
They added one other boss. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, though. So it's nice to have a little bit more variety versus, like, fighting Triglide here 3 times and Mouser 3 times. You know, not that this game's boss fights are its strong suit anyway, but, you know.
I'm surprised they gave the bosses a voice at all, for being real. I think they all have Charles Martinet.
Yeah, they're all
too.
Charles Martinet, I think.
Freaking Triglide got more voice lines than Bowser did before Mario Sunshine.
I like how the projectile items you throw at the boss just are sitting there.
Oh, yeah. The mushroom blocks, I think they're called.
A painful reminder.
Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, they just had Charles Martinet in the booth, and they're like, "Dude, do a pirate voice for a crab," and they're like, "Sure, man, whatever.
Sure.
What if
You're the boss.
you keep on paying me? I'll say anything."
Except for Mario CDI lines or Hotel Mario lines, that he won't do.
I wonder like if Nintendo had like him in his contract say, "Do not say all toasters toast," or else. You know, honestly, though, I'm surprised that they haven't, to this day, tried to make a Mario 2. They bring back elements of this game a lot, like Shy Guys, Bob-Ombs, you know, Birdo.
The way the 4 characters work is basically all of the mechanics in 3D World.
Yeah, Captain Toad as well brings back a lot of the, like, the
keys
vegetable.
And the Pidget and stuff, yeah. Also, they finally brought back this leitmotif in Bowser's Fury.
Oh, man, I love this. This is the best 2D Mario theme. Also, it's a really short piece, but the character select screen, one of my favorite Mario pieces of all time. And when they brought it back for the slot machine in 3D World, I, like, geeked out like nothing else.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
The soundtrack altogether is really good. I really like the cave theme.
Da 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 da. Yeah. It's just I feel like it just has a little bit more pep and bounce to it than, especially I don't really like Mario 3's music all that much at all. I find it to be the most boring soundtrack of the original 4
Mario 3
games.
soundtrack is it's one I enjoy more with arrangements and remixes than I do for its original compositions. Except for the athletic theme. I like the athletic theme of Mario 3, like 8-bit.
Oh yeah, I don't know. This is the only room this thing's in. I don't, what is this thing?
I got a feeling they were testing out some concepts for an eventual, like, GBA exclusive Yoshi's Island game. Because this is shit you'd see in a Yoshi's Island game. This background is something you'd see in a Yoshi's Island game.
Yeah, not to mention all the rotating sprites and whatnot. That was a big thing that they like to do on the GBA was look at how we can twist things. Ooh. You know,
rotate sprites.
Yeah, it's like they had Mode 7 graphics still, and it had been 10 years since they'd really been able to use them. So the
Mode 7 has been, even then, Mode 7 only applied to backgrounds.
Yeah, so they were like, yeah, we're definitely going to rotate the shit out of some of these things.
Because of that, we'll make 3 F-Zero games, and one of them only after the DS came out for an anime that really didn't leave Japan.
Hey, let it out, baby.
I remember seeing Golden Sun on the GBA for the first time and just being like mind blown by all the graphical stuff they were doing with it.
I'm trying to remember what game that I saw on the GBA. I was like, holy fuck, the GBA can really put it out there.
Honestly, it's not something I thought about at the time because it took me a long time to really think about graphics, but Metroid Zero Mission especially is like a beautiful game.
For me, it was Golden Sun. That game is gorgeous on the GBA.
Yes, it is.
Thinking back, as weird as it sounds, I remember a Spider-Man game on the GBA.
Was it the original
like, in terms
Spider-Man?
of, like,
Spider-Man
I don't
1?
remember what Spider-Man it was. I think it was more based on the comics and like the movies.
Okay.
Around that time, but it was one I saw in commercials. I remember like the web slinging sequences had gorgeous sprite artwork. that I think wasn't possible on the Super Nintendo at the time.
Also,
and being blown away
Sonic
by
Advance,
that.
Also, the Sonic Advance games look great on it.
Oh, I mean, Sonic Advance, yeah.
Maybe not so much impossible, but a lot of games did cut down on animation frames specifically because that was more stuff that needed to be loaded into memory. Like Sonic 2 originally had a much smoother running cycle for Sonic, but then cut a lot of frames out of it because, well, that was going to hinder performance if they kept all those frames in.
Yeah, they unfortunately had to cut back that, and they had to get rid of the wall slamming animation, which I'm pretty sure everyone was just...
That was wasn't that Sonic 1 or was that Sonic 2?
That was Sonic 2.
It was Sonic 2? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
and then
really
they
like
brought
that
it back
feature,
in Sonic
no
Unleashed
one.
Wii, and it was very awkward.
Wait, so if you slam into a wall in Sonic 2, you were supposed to go splat?
You were supposed to
No,
like
you
rebound.
you bounced back.
Okay.
Yeah, you were supposed to
Basically.
rebound, but of course that kind of stuff is annoying because in Sonic gameplay, until you know the level layouts, you're running into stuff left and right. So
I mean, that's God damn it! Of course, we go on a Sonic tangent. Isn't that like part of the whole point of Sonic is to be punished for not being able to keep?
Well,
your speed
yeah,
up?
but there's but like having
You
your
didn't
momentum
need to be at a high speed in order to get the bounce back.
having your momentum broken is punishment enough in Sonic. Having a whole like animation where you're stopped for a full second because you bounced off of a wall is a little bit much. It's much better to just have the momentum stopping itself be your slap on the wrist, but then you can get right back into it. It's a punishment for not doing well, but it's also not frustrating. You know, you have to strike that balance.
I want to thank Ted for like just me imagining him as like the Ben Affleck image of like the dark rings around his eyes with a cigarette. Whenever we go into a Sonic tangent, BrainScratch commentary,
it's like, been fucking 10 years and I'm still tired of this shit. But you know,
but for some reason I keep coming back.
How do I quit you, BrainScratch commentary?
Yeah.
Oh man, I always pick Peach for all these levels where I need to fucking pick up shit.
Lift things.
Yeah.
She needs to get some sweet games, bro.
I mean, it's honestly kind of sad that Peach is one of the first playable female characters in a video game, and like she's like, it's weird because in this game she's the combination bad character / easy mode at the same time, which is weird that they managed to pull it off. So it's almost supposed to feel like a punishment for needing to play as her, but like the float's just so good and really fun.
I was gonna say punishment my ass, like I love the float.
Yeah, but like the float makes the game easier in most situations, but her being able to like only go
she's ridiculously slow. She can't pull things up for crap.
Well, I mean, you say she's ridiculously slow, but by platformer standards around this time, she's still pretty fast.
Yeah, but she's by far the slowest of the 4 characters. I think it's Peach, Luigi, Mario, then Toad, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toad is fastest on ground and he has the best strength.
Actually, isn't Luigi faster than Mario?
I think they're pretty comparable.
No, they're pretty comparable. Luigi just has the flutter jump.
Yeah, I think he's maybe like a tiny bit slower. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I was trying to get into this before. I really do think that they should try their hand at making a full-on sequel to this. Oh, god damn it, I broke the wrong one.
Do that all the time.
I think that they could do a good job if they made a sequel to this kind of game, because one of the biggest problems with this game is the level design's just not great, you know.
I mean, functionally speaking, isn't 3D World kind of a sequel to this in a lot of regards?
It's a sequel in spirit.
Yeah,
well, it has
not
the
necessarily
character
the foundation.
dynamics, but not necessarily the other elements. Like the the idea of picking things up and throwing them for various kinds of effects is one that can go places.
I mean, again, 3D World did that, so...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but, like, I just mean, like, more in this style, you know, where 3D World is much more like a normal Mario game than it is like this. You know, it's just got a lot of callbacks to it.
Like, 3D World is more a sequel to 3D Land than it is a sequel to Mario 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is that this game is focused on the picking up and throwing, and you can do a lot of funny things with that, but you need to focus on it in order to make that
gotta actually try before.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of properties I would really like Nintendo to try to do something with, because like I still think a reimagined Ice Climber could be good. You know, people like.
I still want to know why they haven't made you could easily do like an enhanced version of Ice Climber, you know, make it not quite suck so much and just sell it as a $10 eShop game with some co-op.
I've been saying that for years. You know, it's one of those things where when we know that Nintendo can do better because Kid Icarus Uprising exists and that game's great, and the original source material for Kid Icarus isn't fantastic. Like, I'm sorry, but the original Kid Icarus is not a stellar game.
It's really.
You keep saying Kid Icarus really fast, and all I'm hearing is Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
So now I'm imagining Caddy in a toga flying around and trying to save people.
Which I'm pretty sure he's already done unironically in a video.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. You'd probably like run through dressed as an angel and yell "Spunts."
Yeah.
All I can say is on this bringing things back tangent. Please fucking buy Advance Wars.
Let Way Forward make Advance Wars until the end of time. That game.
Also let them make a Wario Land game.
Oh man, dude.
That'd be right up their alley.
Dude.